Good morning, Jake Olcus here. Hey, so just got back home this morning, dropped the kids off, went to Starbucks, got my coffee. Now I'm back at the home office, going to start my day. Just thinking about things, kind of going through the weekend, kind of what we did, what we got accomplished. My wife and I were just chatting, and I started thinking about, and I'm always trying to equate things to lessons, and I'm always trying to extract ideas out of different things. And something happened yesterday, which I think is a really good lesson, but um, you know, we've talked about replacing the steps to our deck. We talk about replacing some of these concrete areas that we have in our yard because they're old and they're tired looking, and the steps maybe need to be replaced and finished and everything. And things just kind of have this grime, and they have this kind of stuff, this buildup over time that makes us less excited about it. And it's a lot like business. A lot of our businesses, especially a lot of people I talk to, when we start them, they're nice and shiny, and then we kind of get going, and maybe, the toil and kind of struggling on a day-to-day basis and year-to-year basis, and things aren't working out, and all this stuff. Businesses develop grime over time, right? They develop kind of, layers of stuff that aren't meant really to be there. And we kind of accept them because we just keep going, and we don't want to, we don't like looking at it, we don't like thinking about it, but we just kind of keep going. And then one day we look at it and we go, oh my gosh, I'm not excited about this. I don't like the look of that. That it's not what it used to be, right? It's dirty, it's grimy, it's filthy, it's got buildup, right? So a lot of people, my wife, should we break out all the concrete and redo it, right? Should we just get rid of it and redo it? Should we tear down the stairs and just redo the stairs and stuff like that? And those are conversations. Yes, you can do that. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of energy, right? There's planning. There's bringing in extra help. There's all this stuff. So if you were to do that to your business, to say, should I just blow it up and redo all this stuff and change all this stuff and do all this stuff? Again, it takes time, it takes energy, it takes money, it takes help, it takes outside force in order to kind of do that. What I did yesterday, I got a power washer, and I basically hooked up the power washer, and I just went to town. And it took me a handful of hours, but everything almost looks brand new, right? And nothing changed. I didn't break out any concrete. I didn't redo the stairs. I didn't do all this stuff. I just cleaned it up. I took off the grime. I noticed and recognized that there was a filth to it, and said, you know what, if I just kind of take it back a few steps, take that off and get it back to the point when we were really, really excited about it, I can be excited about it again. It'll look brand new. It'll look like it did how it was meant to be when we actually put it in, when we actually, when we looked at it and we're like, that's what we want. And so that's what I did. And sure enough, I even got an approval stamp from the wife. Everything looks great. She even said this morning, she goes, my gosh, that looks like brand new. Oh, I love it. It's it's the idea of evolution versus revolution, and I use that a lot with my clients because everyone wants to do a kind of a complete revolution in their business. They want to just go in and make a lot of noise and tear it up and everything, but it's like, no, let's kind of just evolve. What's the second little easiest step that we can do in order to change this? How can we actually make this brand new again? How can we make you excited again about your business without having to go in and completely invest a ton of money and time and energy and everything to basically redo everything, right? What are the simplest steps that are going to get you excited about your business again? What are the simplest steps that are going to allow you to actually recreate what you really wanted when you actually first started that business? That's going to allow you to actually get that business looking and operating like it did when you started, or like it did when you imagined it would be, right? So again, it's not always about just tearing things apart and having to redo everything, right? You need to be able to take a step back, kind of relax a little bit, and see what are those simplest steps. Sometimes it's a power washer. Sometimes you just need to take that little bit of dirt and grime right off it, and it becomes nice, new, and shiny again. But that's kind of my thought process around that. I kind of laughed, this morning when I started thinking about it, because we take power washers to businesses. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of tweaking and changing and stop doing stuff. It's mostly stopping doing stuff other than rebuilding stuff. It's stop doing that because that's not helping you, and then let's clean this up. But anyway, so if you look at your business and you've been thinking about kind of blowing it up, take a step back, relax, and kind of look at it and say, what kind of grime can I knock off this? What can I actually remove in order for me to actually bring out the shine again and get excited again about what you're doing? Because it's there, it's underneath. You know, it's that hidden equity, it's that hidden profitability, it's that hidden excitement that's in your business. So that's about it. If you have any questions, let me know. And yeah, so go power wash your business.